Let's go. What's happening, team? Yes. Let's cook, team. Let us cook. Today we're cooking. And yes, man, I'm excited that you're here. Boom. It is us, bro. You can see. You can never really doubt us. But we're here in one pieces. And yeah, man, today we're going to be looking at the markets. I'm excited for this week. It's going to be a beautiful week. An amazing one. And yeah, man, we can learn, we can grow, we can see how far we can go with this week. But yes, so without wasting time, guys, I am going straight to it. It's already, it's already late, so I wouldn't want to waste time. Good afternoon, Dawn. Hope that you're doing well. Maybe you trade New York session US 30. I trade New York session, yes, that's true. I focus on gold and Nasdaq on the New York session. Okay, those are the two that I focus on. So yes, that's what we're going to be looking at today. We're going to be looking at the market New York session as we speak. We're going to be looking at Nasdaq. We're going to be looking at gold. We're going to be looking at the dollar index as a whole. So yes, guys. One thing that I want you to take from this session is that this is strictly not financial advice. You should not be copying my trades. You should not be seeing what I'm seeing. And like, let's say for instance, when I'm seeing a buy opportunity, don't just enter because I'm seeing it and I'm entering. You should do your analysis. Me analyzing in front of you, that should help you out somehow. Me executing in front of you, that should give you confidence, but it shouldn't give you the mentality to just go all in. Okay? Because remember, you are responsible of your account. No one is trading it for you. We can take the same trade, but I manage it different. So obviously now it might not be nice on you, especially if you're just copying. So that's what I want to send over so that the team can know. As long as you guys know, on my side, I can't really complain. But yes, man, what I want to start first with is looking at, the economic calendar just to see what actually is going on for today. You can see already here, it's Monday, 4 p.m. We have these news that are coming up, 4 p.m. So 4 p.m. is going to be insane. There will be a lot of movements in the market. So in the next few minutes, right? Maybe in the next 1 hour, like 53 minutes, we have this coming up, which is going to be insane. It would be nice to just be in a trade before this comes, or maybe just be in a trade after, but not execute when the news are coming out. So I'm trying so hard to just avoid the news coming up. But so far I'm seeing that today that's the most major thing that's going to be happening on the dollar. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go to the dollar index. Already I can see some movements here on gold, and if it's moving the way that I think it is, we should see some nice stuff, right? So let me just come here on the dollar index so we are able to take a look at it. So we remember the previous week we did look at the dollar index, and we're seeing price was still somewhere here. We're seeing it either respecting the support, coming a bit more up and then going down, or price just breaking below, coming back up and then continue going down. And I can already see that we played with the second scenario instead of the first one, which means that price eventually broke below, which this is a very strong breakout, you can see, and then it went back, retrace in structure. So either price could, from here where it is, it could respect it and then start going down, or we could see price maybe pushing up once more to this area and then we'll see it going down. Remember, it's a Monday, so even if price want to go down, sometimes it doesn't just shoot all the way down. It might, play a bit Monday and then we see Tuesday maybe moving down. You understand? So we need to keep that in mind, that the setup that we're seeing might potentially be ready on the next few days, but even if it presents itself to be ready today, I can execute it on my side. I can take it, obviously with the proper risks and all those things. I mean, if you're trading without the risk, then obviously there's a high chance that you won't last. Okay, without even saying much, there's a high chance that you won't last. And yes, so far I can see that we did respect these areas and we came back once more. Right now here we're back at those areas, so we could potentially touch there, could potentially now see price coming down and taking these previous lows. So that's what I would love to see on the dollar index, which means that if it's going down, it means that, like, on the gold side, I'm looking for buys. Okay, so with the gold, I can already see that the previous week we had this big push upwards. You see this big push upwards, broke the highs here, and then price came back down. And while it was coming back down, this happened on Friday. While it was coming back down, today it's actually the day when it started going down Friday, but as soon as market opened, we still saw some short, right, all the way down to here. So either price could respect this area and then continue going upwards, or we might see price breaking below, on which that wouldn't be nice. So right now I'm already seeing gold stacking up for a buy. Here at these bottom areas, right here we had the support, right here on the 5-minute. Price came, tested the support. We did come and we managed to have tested the support, and as soon as we're done testing the support, price couldn't tried to go, like, price tried to break below. Obviously it respected this area, so it still held, it didn't really close below. And then from there, like, let's say for instance we come from this lower trend, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then this low here, and then eventually we cracked high, higher high, higher low, higher high, and here where we are, and we potentially seeing for price to continue going upwards. Okay, so I'm just going to observe and see what's happening. I'm not going to be aggressive today, just going to take it nice and easy. Okay, so let's just see, maybe we're doing a liquidation. We'll just need to see how this one here closes, and if it closes there, is it like, are we gonna reject, continue going upwards, or are we just gonna play around, But knowing and understanding gold could just be collecting some stop losses that are below here, because this one here, whenever it goes up, it doesn't really just want to go up strictly like that. It wants to play a bit more, catch people on the wrong side and do things like that. So we'd have to be very careful with that. Already I can see it respected this area here. So this area here we disrespected, which means that this one here we had some massive liquidity below here. That's why price wanted to sweep it, you see here. So I'm just gonna wait to see on the 1 minute. Let's see. Okay, let me see what the dollar is doing. Okay, so the dollar is now breaking above here. So if we break above here, it means that there's a chance that we might come here and we might sell off here, which would be a better selling opportunity, selling it right here. So if we're selling here dollar, that means that I might potentially buy somewhere here at the low. It's either here if it gets below here, or maybe here. But this one here is not too convincing. I won't lie, this one here is not too convincing. This one here, it's not too convincing. So let me just lay low and observe it. Let me look at Nasdaq while gold is still playing out. On Nasdaq, we had this big push downwards. Wow. And it happened literally 5 minutes ago. So let me start it out with the 1 hour. Last week we saw Nasdaq doing some amazing stuff. Price eventually, like, we had that shoot down, shoot up, shoot down, shoot up. And then now we're seeing this shoot down here, which means that anywhere from here we could potentially see some buying power. So I'm just going to go to the 15. So on the 15 minute, I can see that this area here is one where there is, like, a lot of buying power here at the bottom for Nasdaq, on which this one here, it might be tricky because same thing, price might want to liquidate, which means that it might come and then continue going up. So once it gets here, I am gonna look at it, okay? But one thing that I realized with Nasdaq is that it's better to be on the side of where the market is moving. And so far, I've seen that Nasdaq has been moving upwards. Last week we caught a trade that, obviously, I did mention before I caught this trade that it's very risky because we are at resistance. So I quite believing that price might just, come down, go back up. But obviously it just went back up and then came back to retest and then still continue going upwards, which means that it's confirming that it's in an upward trend, right? So I can't really fight with the trend, especially when the market is showing me. The only thing that I have to do is just adjust and be on the same path with the markets. So yeah, man, I came back this week here more stronger, Let's just see. So this one here, since it now broke on the 1 minute, already on the 1 minute, there could be some selling power. But I'd need to wait and see because the dollar index as well, it hasn't closed above here. It hasn't closed. But with this week that it done here, I still see it pushing upwards, like maybe till here. So it's either this way it goes down from here where it is, or just a push up here, and then price could potentially go down. So that's what I'm waiting for. So with gold as well, if you look at it properly on the 1 hour time frame, we didn't really break above these areas, because if you look at it, we had this resistant, and right here another resistant, and we basically respected this area, and then we see price pushing downwards. So now the question would be, to what point have we respected this area? So it's either price is going to respect it to a point where it breaks the lows, on which that would be something completely different, because I'm not really looking for like sells all the way to below. But anyway, I would have to adjust with the market if that does happen to come. But besides this, looking at it at this area here, the where it is right now, price could potentially, let me see that 5 minute once more, because you're on the 5 minute, I can see that we broke below 5 minute. We had already broken below. It's not like a falls out, there's actually a breakout. But at the same time, you know how price is, it could be price could just shoot all the way back up. So yeah, man, we just have to be smart with how we execute on this. So if I want to continue going down with the price, I might see something more like this. 1 is to 2 at the bottom, believing that it will take out the low. Having stops like this here would be nice because target can hit quicker and all those things, but it's risky because it can still do something like this, right? So I'll just be careful. Having a stop loss here as well, it's safe. Yeah, I think a stop loss somewhere here would be safe above these areas, as long as I can still go for my 1 is to 2. It's gonna be an insane week, guys. It's gonna be an insane week. But I'm excited, bro. I am excited. Yeah, a lot of manipulation. That is true. That is true. I hope the team is doing well. I hope all of us are well here. And yeah, man, blessed, bro. I'm glad. I'm also blessed, bro. And yeah, I'm just excited for this week. Brand new week. It feels brand new. It feels like, I'm still new in the market. So yeah, I just want to see what the market has for us. Okay, I'm just gonna have to wait for this one here. Maybe put an alert somewhere. Yeah, somewhere here. Okay, perfect. And then Nasdaq. Let's see what you're doing. So Sunny was a good one, but just before, when price got at resistance, obviously it broke the low, went up, tested this resistant area, and then we shot down massively. So there will be days whereby, as much as the market can do its own thing, there will be days whereby such trades are going to be caught, on which I've been involved in such many times. And instead of taking 1 is to 2, maybe this would be the target. But instead of taking home this, automatically find out that price allows me to take home 6-7%, But I'll just have to be, that's all dependent on trade management, because when it comes to trade management, it plays a very big role. It's what can actually have you grow your account quicker. Because if you're catching good trades, you're able to scale and make more. But if you catch bad trades, you only lose that specific amount. So if every time I'm losing $200, but each time when I happen to gain or make a profit, I can see, like, let's say for instance, $1,000, $500, and all those numbers, then it helps me in the long run, which means that I can still be in a negative. I can still lose 5 trades in a row, or let's just say a number like that, and still be profitable out of like a few trades that take profit, right? Because when it comes to trading, you need to decide, like, are you going to sacrifice risk to reward, or are you going to sacrifice, like, let's say for instance, your win rate, which means that are you going to target those trades that I want to give you 1 is to 3, 1 is to 5, 1 is to 6. But when you target those trades, you might sacrifice like your win rate, because when you're going for 1 is to 5, there'll be many times when the trade is going to go into profit and then go back and hit you out, like stop loss you, right? And you had profits that were running. But you're going to have to be comfortable with that, because that's what you have to sit and decide. But if you want a high win rate, then you might have to sacrifice risk to reward, which means that with a high win rate, now what you are looking at is just like your target is 1 is to 1, 1 is to 0.5, which means that you'd be catching trades instead of like trying to catch a trade that's like this, you'd be catching a trade that's more like something like this, on which these ones here it's very easy to maintain a high win rate. But my goal is not to maintain a high win rate, it is to actually build on the profits, right? I did go through a phase where I tried to maintain a high win rate, but I realized that trying to like having a bigger risk to reward is much more better. Like with less efforts, you can still achieve the same results, if I may put it that way. So gold, it's not yet giving me what I wanted. I thought it would push slightly more up so I could like, look into selling it here. Let me see what the dollar index is doing. Okay, yeah, it's still pushing up. So up until we get here, we'd see those sellers. So I'm just gonna wait for this one here. So this could either be here or here. I'll have to wait and see. Nasdaq, I don't really think this one here is valuable because it has already been tested right here. It might respect it, but the best area that I would look to buy it would be somewhere here. And we have these news that are going to be coming up within the next few, let me see, maybe we'll see these news together within the next few 36 minutes. We'd see these news coming up, so hopefully they are interesting, or hopefully they do whatever the price want to do, and then we can eventually just let's go. But yeah, man, how was everyone's weekend? Did you guys have a good weekend? So I'm just gonna pull out this. Okay, I already see these areas that has been printed. This area here is not, let me see. Okay, it's not a strong area because it was gonna show me, but this one here at the bottom is much more of a stronger one. So I'm just gonna remove this one here and work with this one here at the bottom, right? And yeah, man, this one here would have been a nice sell. So if price could maybe potentially push upwards before the news, and when the news comes, shoots down, we might see, or the news push it up and then get entry, push down, we're still gonna have to see. And I think I'll have to readjust my entries, maybe somewhere like here at the top. Okay. Because on the 1 minute, that should be somewhere around these areas. Yeah. Okay, Nasdaq is pushing down massively. It's like it's looking to approach these areas here. Okay, let me just see with my tool where is a valid order block. Okay, you can see here, I already drew this. It shows that it's valid, but I don't like the fact that it's tested here. So this one here at the bottom is much more of a higher area, right? But once we get here, this is a lot of buying pressure. There's a lot of buying power here at the bottom. So we might see price wanting to push up once it gets here, on which it will be tricky. It might either want to just shoot up or, play a bit and then shoot up. So we'll have to wait and see once we get there. But my goal, truly speaking, is to execute as many setups as humanly possible, because I've seen in the previous few months there were some setups that I was looking at, and because that setup was not too convincing, or because that setup was not too perfect according to my textbook, strategy style, so find out that I had to eventually, let some setups slide. And when I do that, when I let setup slides, it becomes tricky because now you miss out, you miss out on, I've missed out on so many trades because I didn't want to take a loss. Let me be honest. you know, like, you know, when you've built an account and you're just close to either getting a payout, or you're close to either getting, like, you know, to that funded stage, you are left with like a few more pips. And then when you see setups showing up, you don't want to take it, because you're going to take like a very simple setup that shows up, but find out that the one that actually you take is the one that you're not supposed to take. So I came with a new system where it was like I need to just go all in, because with the more trades that I put, with me being able to just show up in the markets day in, day out, executing whatever the opportunities that the market is showing me, I stand a better chance of success compared to not executing at all. It's better to execute, take a few losses here and there, while I'm still maintaining my accounts, while I'm still, you know, I'm growing, developing, and at the same time while I'm still, you know, practicing my edge, while I'm also sharpening my tools. Plus, on top of that, I'm building confidence. I'm being able to react properly when I go through a losing streak. At the same time, when I'm going through a winning streak, I can still show up like the previous day didn't matter. So that's all I've been focused more on. And I won't lie, it allows me to trade properly, because now I don't really expect the best for me out of today. But I know that, like, you know, I'm building more to my edge. Like, my edge is becoming better. Okay, guys, if you find it value, obviously please do like this video. Like it. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, you can kindly do so. Hit the subscribe button. Sorry, just press on that subscribe button. And yeah, man, we are doing this. We're looking at the markets. You can see right now there's live market overview. And I'm not just staring here, I'm looking for entries, bro. I mean, it's different if I say that I'm just staring, but now I'm looking for entries. So I'm not just gonna force an entry to come up. I'm gonna have to wait for it. Okay, so this one here, it's still looking like it's gonna push up. So you can already see here we closed above. You see it, we failed to break, we failed to close. This one here caught others on the wrong side. Like, let's say for instance there were people that felt like it's gonna go, so now obviously they're out. Which same thing on gold. As soon as, and most people obviously are gonna say no, because now you are seeing the move that is going down. But most people, obviously, because of it done this soon, most people would be like, oh, liquidated, so now we're going up. As soon as they see this new candlestick, they'll be entering, hoping for it to go up. And obviously right now stop loss has been hit, so we're gonna have to be patient. But yeah, I hope the team had a beautiful weekend. I hope everyone had a beautiful weekend that is currently here with us. And yeah, man, we're looking at the New York session right now. But this week I came strong, bro. I got more accounts. And yeah, I just we're ready to play around as well. You're on the future side of things. But I'm going to be using the CFDs more on the analysis, and if I do see an entry, obviously I'm going to as well execute it on my futures account plus the CFDs account. So it's not going to be easy. I think within the next few weeks to come, hopefully in a month's time frame, you know, I could just improve my setup so I have more screens, so that I could be able to manage my trades properly. Because right now, truly speaking, it's not easy, like, managing trades and at the same time doing a live session and at the same time having to just manage my screen. So obviously with better systems, with a better setup that I can have, I'll be able to do more of that. So I'm looking into improving my setup. I left my setup at home. Obviously I can't move with my entire trading station, So now I'm just having to adapt to use my laptop only, and it's not easy. It's not, because I'm used to, you know, the mouse and PC and multiple screens and things like that. So it's reminding me back when I was still starting, when I just got started. I had to do so many things at once. But that was even better, because back then we were only trading with one specific account. So now I have like multiple accounts. I think so far I have, let me just see, on the normal prop firm, like CFD. When I say normal, I mean CFD. 1, 2, 3, 4 accounts, 4 different accounts. And on the futures, I only have one account. So I have 5 different accounts, but how I treat them is I don't really treat all of them at the same time. What I do is, maybe today I'm gonna trade one, or today I'm gonna just pick 2 that I'm gonna be trading with, and while I'm playing with those 2, the next day, if, like, let's say for instance I go through, I start like experiencing some negatives, then what I do is that I can move to the other one, so that those negatives can reflect on one account, but on the other account, like let's say for instance, once I start going through winning streak, then I go back to the other accounts. So now automatically it means that one account is going to get the best, like, trades that are going more well, and other accounts might get, like, when I'm going through a losing streak, and obviously those accounts I'm going to be using them to just still be in the markets, because sometimes it's not the best thing to take a break, right? I know some people, you go through a losing streak and then you take a break. By the time you come back, you lost your edge. You don't even know what's going on in the markets. So what I done is, when I'm going through a time frame whereby the market is not in alignment with my style, I don't change my style. I don't force the market. I don't revenge trade. But what I rather do is I focus more on how can I, build from that. How can I still be involved in the markets but reduce my losses? And the only best way is reducing the amount that I'm losing. So which means that if I'm losing, normally I trade with 0.50, that means that I'm going to take it down to 0.25, just so I get out of that phase. You understand? So it's differences when it comes to risk management. That is why if you want to learn from us, there is a link below, the very first link, whereby you can actually get to book a call with me, and we'll just see if you qualify or not, and from there we'll just that's more on, like, on the mentorship side of things. All right. But gold right now, if I was looking for a quick scalp, obviously I can see prices going back up. See this huge engulfing, a short retrace. We broke previous lower highs. 1 minute, I can see price might come up, maybe till somewhere here, push down, but I don't want to scalp it. Let me see dollar index. Dollar index, yeah, we're close to getting there. So let's push some more. News are gonna be coming up in the next 25 minutes, like 20 minutes. So we'll just see what the news as well are saying. So Nasdaq, we pushed up, we respected, okay, but here it doesn't really, it doesn't really make sense. The way we pushed up, I think we might still come back down. Okay, let me just see which area is more valid between the 2 that I just drew. Okay, we've got an area at the top. This one here, tested. This one here we got tested. So this one here is the most valid, and we've got this area being our strong low. So let's just see. Okay. Let's go team, guys. If you're finding value, like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're just getting started. Last week we done live streams each and every single day, day in, day out. We showed up every single day, on days when we won, on days when we lost. People were excited, celebrating when we won. People were sad, crying when we lost. but our emotions were still stuck on being the same. We didn't cry, we didn't, and by the way, there's thousands of dollars that are on the line here, you understand? But we still didn't cry, we still show up, new week, new mentality. Even if the market doesn't respect certain things, we still show up, because you can't control what's going on in here. You can't control what's going on in the market, but the only thing that you can control is how you react towards the market. That's the best thing that you can just control. If you're gonna try to control your trades being right, hitting take profit and all that, you're gonna suffer. You're not gonna make it. You're gonna be stressed. You're not gonna enjoy trading. But if you can just focus on controlling your emotions, then you might last long in this game, because this game is only for those that are gonna be looking into lasting long and being able to just make it more long. So this one is slightly weak. This one here might hold, but I don't have full confidence in it, because the more it tests, the lesser it becomes, because you can see you have our first touches here, second, third, fourth. So if it comes, this is for the fifth time, and normally the more price comes to test a specific area, automatically that price becomes more weak, right? Becomes more weaker. So initially the first saw signature, but having a stop loss doesn't really make sense. Having a stop loss here, yeah, but still price could come all the way up here, right? Let me just see gold. Okay. Okay, so let's see the news that are coming up and see how they are going to influence the markets. That's going to allow us to be able to spot properly in terms of what exactly is happening, what's expected of us. So right now you can see there's these ones that are coming out in the next 5 minutes. And from there, in the next 15 minutes, we're going to be having these ones. So in the next 15 minutes, the market is going to be moving insane. See, we see this one here, it respected here, failed to break, tried to break here, we respected with this candle, and now we're seeing price starting to push downwards. So it's either it's gonna commit downwards, or we'll just see it coming back up, pushing here, and then once we get here, then we might see a commitment down. But like I did say, also price has tested these areas many times, which means that now price is very weak there. And when it is weak, it means that it might not hold. It might just break above, right? Because sometimes only how we prefer setups is if this is a higher low and price pushes upwards, higher high, then a higher low. Automatically, this is our first touch, this is our second touch, which means I'm going to throw these up together. And once we get here, that's where this is the very first touch that allows me to enter. Yeah, so if price has done this and again and this and again, and it's now become, the more it touches, the weaker it gets. This is the fourth time. On the fifth time, there's a chance it's going to break, retest, and then go down. You know, so we're always trying to be on the right side. Let's see. So gold is now pushing downwards. See, it pushed upwards, done the spike, on which from here it can still go up. I still see it maybe pushing upwards. It's either back here on this area here. If not, then would see it go all the way down, because I was still seeing it come all the way down to here at this bottom. That's where I was seeing it come. That means that the dollar index has to push up to at least somewhere here. I got this on the 1 hour, so let me get it on the 15. Somewhere here. C5. Yeah, just like this. So yeah, I was able to refine this. This one here, when I refine it, has to come here on the 5 minutes. Yes. So yeah, let's see this one here. Obviously, if this pushes up, that means that gold still seeing it push down. Still see it push down. Nasdaq might still push up slightly. Once more, you see here. I could have entered here, maybe rushed it. I don't know. Stop loss if it's here. It was gonna be a tricky trade because, like I did say, this area here is very critical, especially with news coming up. Like now, there's news that are gonna be happening in the next. Let's just see. In the next 40 seconds. Let's go, team. Oh, I forgot USDT. I think I should just add it here on my. USDT has been moving more in alignment with Nasdaq. If you look at it proper, you can see from here. Price came, tested these lows, pushed upwards, higher low, we create a new higher high, higher low, higher high. So here we can see we broke these highs. Ultimately, this is our swing low, swing high, but we also have this higher low in between these structures. So what this would mean is that, let me just come to the 15 just so I can see it prop on the 15. Already this thing has been at the top, highest high. Price obviously now wanted price became a bit more, it shut down just so price can be able to be slightly cheaper so that we can be able to get a perfect buy entry on it, on which somewhere around these areas maybe we could see price pushing back up. Let me see it on the 5 minutes just to have a clearer understanding of, yeah, on the 5 minute looks perfect. I mean, there's many confirmations with this area. It's just that this week is too much, because when the week is too much like this, it means the stop loss has to be big. Let me see. This one here just came out. Basically, this was previous actual. We're looking at staying at the same numbers, but now the forecast, we're looking at staying at the same numbers, but the actual now it was slightly less, which means that if actually is greater than forecast, is good for. So now it's not good for currency, which means that we're seeing this still drop, right? We're seeing this drop, so it's confirming with us. It's confirming with our bias, if I may put it this way. So this one here is still gonna continue dropping from where it is right now. Let me see this one here. So yes, I feel like it's gonna push up. This one, I just feel like it's gonna push up. So since that's the case, I'm not gonna. Let me add USDT here. So I can look at it. USDT, I see it pushing at least somewhere here at these lows. Here at these lows. Let's just see how USDT goes. See, this one is coming back up, so I wouldn't want to be in a trade like this where it plays up, man. It plays up. Obviously, people are selling here thinking that it's going to continue going back down at these lows. So if you have your stop loss above, maybe somewhere here, you're probably out. and this could potentially come in. True speaking, I would sell it here. I honestly would sell it here, but I'm just not happy with the fact that this area has been tested multiple times, right? And we are close to news, like these news that are coming up. So these news might just do something crazy. Like it's Nasdaq. I'm just gonna wait and see. Let's go, team. Let's go, team. Let's go, team. Let's go, team. Let us go, guys. Look, the market feels our positive energy. So if we're positive, the market is more going to be in alignment with us and how we feel. So you better show up positive whenever you're with us. We don't want you to be coming up with a sour face over you are like this. You know, it doesn't look good, man. Trading is nice. You just take whatever with your chin up. I mean, there's people that go to work and they don't love going to work, but you know they do it anyway. So why not take a loss with the chin up while smiling? You know, you need to enjoy the markets. You need to just enjoy what you're doing. If you're on this live session but you don't enjoy the markets, then obviously it's not gonna work out, because the market only pays those that enjoy value from it. It only rewards those that actually enjoy the process. It's not about getting there. We all can get there, but it's about the process, right? Let's go, team. Let's go. So gold high chance is gonna drop till here. I'm not sure if the news are the one that are gonna push it till down here, but I just don't like how it's moving. You can see not much volume, but once it breaks, we'll see some volume, right? So let me see Nasdaq, what Nasdaq is doing. So Nasdaq, it's playing around these areas here. So I don't know if it's waiting for the news to confirm where it wants to go, but we'll see. What time? The next 10 minutes. Sorry. So here you can see already it's the previous, now it's 52.7. Forecast is actually forecasting to be less, so we'd need to see what the actual is going to be. So if it happens that it gives us like a lesser amount than what's being forecasted, then dollar is going to be selling off insane. And if dollar is selling, then gold would be pushing upwards. But that doesn't mean immediately, right? That does not mean automatically it's going to push up. No, it can still spike down, go crazy, do its things, and then choose its direction. That's why I mean, normally whenever news are coming up, I prefer waiting for them to at least 5 minutes to cool down. Like, let it come, let it cool down, and then let me execute. Because if you want to execute the news, then you'd have to catch trades like these, like catch it way before like the news actually comes up, you know. But Bevan, I'm glad that you showed up, brother. I was thinking of you. I was worried. Where's my brother at? But yeah, man. Disclaimer, quick disclaimer, guys. This is not financial advice. It's only for educational purposes. Everything that I'm showing here is what I'm doing. So I'm not saying you should implement the trades that I take. That's the best way that we can enjoy these sessions, right? If you're gonna rely off of the executions that I make, remember, we manage trades differently. I could execute as soon as it's going against me. I'm already like cutting losses short, and someone might not react the way that I did, and it might not, obviously results are not going to be the same. So that's why I say it's very important to be able to trade your own setups. Don't trade what I'm seeing. Use my analysis, my perspective in terms of backing up what you're seeing, but don't trade what I'm seeing, because if you take a loss, you need to be able to know why you took a loss. If you also take a win, you need to be able to know why you won. So don't win because Lesiba won, and don't lose because Lesiba lost. But make your own setups, bro. Make your own setups. We want to be in a time and age whereby we are in control, right? Just like, back then when there would be things like signals, you are not in control. You are living and relying off of someone. But if you can be the one that has the skill, no matter how much you've got the skill, even if you go through a tough phase. No one in the world that has achieved anything significant hasn't went through a tough phase. Even if you go through a losing streak, even if it doesn't matter. It honestly doesn't matter. So I think Nasdaq now, it has broke below. Yeah, so I think it's gonna continue going down because I see it has broken below. Yeah, and this is a firm break. This is a firm break, so we might see it still continuing to go downwards. But let's just see what the news are gonna say. I mean, the news can come up and it can shoot up, activate, and then go down, type of a thing. But gold, I don't think it's gonna come back here. So if gold goes crazy and it breaks below here, obviously so with trading, you always have to have areas. Like if a setup doesn't work, instead of like crying, beating the computer and hating on yourself, just look at why didn't it work. If I buy here and it doesn't work out, like I buy here, I have my stop loss below and I'm trying to go up with it. If it doesn't work out, all I have to do is try to understand, okay, why. Maybe it wants to come to the support, right? And maybe once it gets there, that's where it might work out. So I might take another opportunity, one last one here, and if it doesn't work out, I'll just call it a day. You understand? If this doesn't work, I might just say, okay, you know what, let me just call it a day. But all I'm just saying is that can't just look at one setup, can't just hope for one opportunity to be the one that actually changes things for you. It's daily showing up, daily being in the markets. So it would be nice actually if it doesn't get there, or like at least if just slightly like it gets there, yes, plays a bit more around, so they can give me a proper entry, maybe even on the 1 minute. So maybe something more like, and once we get here, see it pushing upwards and then push up, and then this would be much more better because it will allow me to enter it properly. Sorry. But if it gets here and does if it gets here, taps it and then go up, such trades, they've happened a lot where I have buy limits, activates, and then it shoots all the way up. But at the same time, they are more risky because it can activate and take me out. So I know most people would not be able to handle this. Like a lot of people won't be able to handle this. But I know on my side with my strategy, let's say for instance, I know it's more likely to happen. Because either I could wait for that whole movement, that whole conversation, confirmation, and then go up with it, but I can still miss out. You understand? I can still miss out on that initial trade. Or either I could potentially look to target that trade, but if it goes against me, it goes. So you need to prepare for both scenarios. You need to prepare for the win and the loss. So whenever you enter the market, that's why I mentioned the very first thing is you need to look at how much are you losing. Make sure that you're comfortable with it. That's the only way you're going to enjoy trading. But if you're not going to focus on that, if you're going to think every day is going to be the best day, then obviously we will see everything's going to show, and it's going to show within the next few years. It might not be now. Now you might catch a trade and then win, catch a trade and then win. But 5 years down the line, 3 years, 2 years down the line, you might be a constructor. And when I ask what's happening, are you not trading? And then you say something like, no, the market is not for me. I decided to do construction. And that is just because you thought the market was the easy way out. You saw me take 2 losses and you felt like, nah, you know what, this guy is slow, I'm gonna just go all in, risk, do whatever, and you had some few big wins. But we all know where that ends up, man. I don't even have to say it. Like, we know what over risking does. Like, I can try to impress you and show you trying to flip an account from 1,000 to 10,000 and more, but I know deep down that even if I flip it, it's luck. Obviously with skill, I'm pushing my, like, let's say for instance, it's luck. Luck means that 50-50 chance, but with the proper skill, I just increased it to 60% chance, but it still falls into luck because not all the time can you flip an account from 1,000 to 10K. It doesn't happen all the time. So only if I have enough capital to fund, if it breaks, I can do that. If it blows, I can do that. But if I don't have the capital to fund, why would I play like that, right? Let's go, team. USD ZAR. Yo, bro, it's been a very long time since we have seen USD ZAR. A very, very long time. When last did I see it? Let's see. You see here, 2019. It was analyzing USD ZAR. Those charts from 2017, bro. 2019, 2018, 19. Caught a trade somewhere here. I think I even caught a nice trade. Let me see. Okay, but it will take me long to get there. Okay, let me just see the news real quick. Before we look at USD ZAR, let's look at the news, what they're gonna do. Gold, what are you doing? Gold is sold massively. You can see it's going for negative 2% year on the changes, so it's down bad. You can see it's been dropping the whole day. So pending. Okay, perfect. Let's see. There we go. Let me see. Oh, look at it. We got there. Nice clean area that we got to. But it's not nice because I wanted gold as well to get to the bottom. So Nasdaq, no, Nasdaq. Nasdaq, that trade right here would have been so nice, right? So yeah, because you can see that whole spike down. But I was not happy with this movements. So yeah, unsolid. But this move here would have been dope. So with Nasdaq now, potentially we could see price coming here. Yeah, and then going back up. Let's see, what are the news saying? Still pending? Okay. So it's more than what was actually forecasted. So it's not less, which means that it's gonna be good for the dollar, which means that we could break above here. Which means when we're breaking above here, we're still going down with gold. We're still going down. That's when you could respect these specific lows. Let's just see if it's going to break them out. Okay. Okay, gold is still going down. Even here we can see that we had a huge fair value gap right here in between these structures here. So price might respect this area right here and then go back down, right? We might see it respected and go back down. So looking at these quick fundamentals here, just so we have a clearer understanding of what actually is going on. Okay, let's just read a bit more deeper, so we don't have the surface level information. Already a level of diffusion index based on surveyed purchase managers in the manufacturing industry. Okay, we saw this. Release monthly. Okay, above 15 indicates industry expansion, below indicates contraction. So now it means that obviously we're at 54. There's industry is growing. Leading indicator economic. It's a leading indicator of economic health. Business react quickly to market conditions. Their purchasing managers hold perhaps the most current and relevant insight into the company's view of the economics. So, surveyed of about 300 purchasing managers, which ask respondents to rate the relative level of business conditions. Okay, manufacturing. So basically, with this, you can see these are like more like asking these purchase managers. In terms of like, getting service from them on their view when it comes to the economic health and things like that. And already with the results that they gave us, it's growing, it's going well, which means that on the USD side, we could be seeing a push up. So now we just have to see to what percentage does this contribute on the USD as a whole, because it could say that it's going up, but find out that this only affects the USD like on a smaller scale, which comes back down to a small volatility. Because remember, there's NFP that is coming up on this weekend. On this Friday, which means NFP as well. We are gonna see some stuff going on. Let's go. I'm going short on US30. Nice one. Let's go. So how you enter? You enter here. Stop loss way. Yeah. Now you're taking a trade more like this. Okay, let me look at USD because my brother asked me to look at it. Guys, if you're finding value, please do make sure that you like. Do not forget to like. So the dollar compared to ZAR, today I can see we came from these lows right here. Higher low, higher low, higher low. We never broke below, and these lows has been stacked up on 16.1 level. So we have been ranging in between 16 and 17. You can see 16 here, 17 here. So the dollar has been going in between $16 and $17 ever since the year started. Okay, we have been less than that looking at it, but as of recent, like around March, like the last March, April, May, like maybe the last quarter, if I may say so. And already at the bottom, I can see that there is a gap, and I can see this second touch. Price might want to come down here at the bottom, yeah, just to close it up and then go back up. We've seen that happen many times, even on the previous setups that we looked at. So with this one here so far, it's building from the highs, it's building lows, like lower highs, and from the lows, it's building higher lows, like higher low, higher low, higher low, lower high, lower high, lower high, which means that it's building a symmetrical pattern. So these symmetrical patterns, it means that it's either it's gonna break to the upside or to the downside. And with the looks of it, I think it might still push up, come somewhere here, test it because it's still fresh, first touch, second touch. If it tests there, it'll still be good, and then maybe go down to break those lows. So we could see that too. Okay, I'm just gonna take it easy. Luckily, all the news are done for the day. Let's see, all the news, USD news here, we're done for the day, which means that now it just has to be execution. Here at the lows, I'm not really confident with this buy here at the bottom, because if it's a buy, I would have loved it to be somewhere here at the bottom here, not here where it is, even though it might still push up. I mean, this is Nasdaq, but a buy here, it's not the best. I don't know, today I'm just not feeling Nasdaq. I mean, even with the sell here, I could have took it, but I just didn't feel it. So I'm not gonna force me to take something that I don't feel, okay? Okay, gold is like it's trying to push up. Let me see what could be holding it where it is right now. Nothing unique. Obviously, we had this previous button here. I mean, this previous sellers here. They broke above, came back to retest. So now we treating this area as support from what I see. Let me see. That means the dollar index is probably dropping. Yeah. Let me wait for close. Yeah, so the dollar index is now respecting this area that we're seeing here. 5-minute tested, so now it's looking to push more down. Maybe if the range could be from here to here. This range here could give amazing pips. Okay, it closed. Let me see what gold as well closed. Oh yeah. So with the gold now, truly speaking, it's looking tricky because I honestly wanted to buy it here at the lows. But here it's looking like it's respecting this area here. So could give like, you know, one of those first initial trades. So with gold, I can be more aggressive, like try to See, the dollar index is still playing there. You can see 5-minute candle. It closed nice. I like this 5-minute candle close. So now it's more like it's trying to just push slightly upwards to continue going downwards, which it's more like, let's say, similar to when it comes to gold, pushed upwards, coming back downwards. So it might go up. Let me see the dollar once more to see if there's nothing that's going to encourage it to push up. Obviously with the dollar, if we break here, that means that we're coming here, but this one here looks like it's currently holding, so we'll see how it goes. Let's go team, let's go team, let's go team, let's go team, guys. If you find value, like, subscribe. Let's go, guys. We're doing this. It's happening live. Let me see some news, what's going on. April, May, June. It's a long time ago. Okay, so already with this, yeah, price is like it's giving like a mini breakout here. Let's see. I think I'm going to execute my first futures trade on gold. Hopefully it doesn't take out the low and take me out. Let's go. I remember last week I couldn't enter. Let's see. Damn, what just happened? It has already tested the area that I wanted it to test. Okay, let me see what this one is doing? Gold out. Modified. Let's see. Let's go team, let's go team, let's go team. Currently observing gold. So already prices created these higher high, higher low highs. So now we have to break these highs here. But let's see when it's 2-1. Because with gold, I'm still, it's honestly still, you know, it's not moving much. It's moving safe though, I won't lie, it's moving safe. Let's just see. Nasdaq is coming well as well. US 30. So now it's just a matter of are we actually going to break these highs here? Because that's the only thing we need. Once we break these highs, then automatically the setup is confirming via higher high, higher low, high, low, and then obviously high, you see. So that's what I'm aiming for. So once we break these highs, that will just be more like a setup confirmation. But we can see here we have this aggressive resistance that's failing to break here. I mean, each time price gets it fails to break. I mean, look here, we rejected, we rejected, we rejected. So I'm trying to see why. Looking at it, it's maybe because of here its previous support. you see a support, it broke down massively. So now it's respecting this area. So I think what I would rather do is, for in case this trade actually goes below, maybe somewhere below here, I'm just gonna adjust the sage here, right? It's still Monday. I don't wanna already. I'm just gonna adjust this, bring it somewhere. Yeah, just below, just below. I'm moving it too quick. I understand, but I mean, rather be safe than sorry, right? Because I want to do more of like aggressive management. So I just want to manage my trades more aggressively, because I've seen in the past whereby I messed out on many trades, many opportunities, because of they were moving well, but I just didn't really manage them properly. So now I want to implement that, especially when I'm trading the Sager. Because I can see this thing is failing to break here. And yeah, if it does, it will shoot up, but it might not break up. You know, that's still something. So I have to be careful with it. Like if it doesn't, let's see. Yeah, let me see. It's coming back down to N3. See, I think it's getting close to, yeah, took me with break even right here, and we might see it push up. Let's see. Because I just don't love this, right? The fact that it's respecting it so many times, I'm just not too comfortable with it, okay? So yeah, I can see executed here, exited here. So yeah, I think on this trade I'm still on BE. I think rather for me to take break even than to have this trade be a negative, right? Especially when I'm looking at it. Let's go with him. So yeah, I got out somewhere, yeah, on break even. Sorry. And I feel like the reason is because this buy was not what I really wanted, right? I saw it setting up and I saw it make sense. It's a beautiful buy. But honestly speaking, as soon as it tapped in me, yeah, it was supposed to go up, hit take profit. But the fact that it was still playing, and that's when I was able to spot this area here. And fortunately, because I spotted it, I was able to just adjust my stops. So luckily, instead of like, you know, because ultimately the buy that I'm seeing is still here. This is the buy that I'm seeing. Let me see. Because even here, it's still playing, man. Like, this might try to push up once more and then come back down, like push up. Because there's probably people that caught it here. So it just wants to maybe push up and then still go back down. So gold, I just don't wanna. Let's go, team. If you're finding value, obviously guys, like this video, everything is done live. It's not easy, but we make it be. Okay, gold looks like it has now done what it wanted to do. Looks like it's probably going to be ready now. I'm feeling like I could just re-enter on it. I won't lie. Because I feel like now is the perfect time for it to push up. But I'm not going to re-enter on it. Let me just let it play out. It's okay. Let me just look at it. Let me just let it look at it. Because this is the one that should drop now. Where gold is waiting for it. And how it's moving now, it honestly might, like, come below here. Right? Still can. But short term wise, this buy opportunity looks good. For short term, looks so good. But now, especially, I want to be more aggressive on my management, which means that, like, once trade moves away from stop loss, from entry, maybe close to 1:1, like, I would be able to basically move more to break even, right? Yeah, it's still Monday, 3 smart. That's true, bro. That is true. On a Monday like this, I have to be smart. I don't want to come with too much ego, because last week Monday was a very good day. So I don't want to take, like, the same mindset of today Monday is going to be a good day. I just want to treat every day like a simple, like an honest day, right? Because if I start by saying that, then I'm going to make silly mistakes. Sometimes you just make silly mistakes because of, like, you can see that the market is going to go against you, but you just want to hold on because you want to be right? So here, my goal is not to be right, because I'm still open with two scenarios. I'm still open with that buying from the bottom here. So if I'm still open with that, it's either I have to sacrifice this trade. It's either I can take it, and then when it hits, it hits. But if it goes against me, I also have to be okay with it. And if it goes against me, it means that I'm waiting for that bigger trade that I was waiting for when it was still here. So I just have to be obviously smart, easy, like, not go hard, not force anything on my side, just so we build up this account, man. But right now the market is not really moving as much, because you can see ever since we've been on it, see how it's been moving. And, like, it might move down, and then we see shooting down massively. On my side already, yeah, I was in, I'm out. I got in here, I got out here. So, in right here. But the entry was nice, that won't lie. That's why it has allowed me to exit properly. Right here. And if I moved my stop to 50 pips, let's see, maybe I was going to be out 50, or no, I was still going to be in, which is 50%. I was still going to be in 50 ticks. But let's just see. So on gold, technically, let me see, break even. Yeah, it's moving up. Let's see. I wanted this move when it was still here. Let's see, okay, now it closed like this. Now it's more likely to break above here. This candle, it's more likely to break, but obviously it's late to enter here. And why do I say it's more likely? It's just because of how it pushed upwards. The fact that it came down obviously took out, like, maybe other people bought, they bought somewhere, yeah, had stop losses maybe low, yeah, took them out, played it, done its thing, and it might want to push up. Because also remember, the more it tests an area, the weaker it becomes. So it has tested Jeff, like, already this first touch, then it broke out, okay, and then first, second, third, now it's the fourth time. So obviously it can respect, but normally when it comes to the fourth and the fifth time, that's when an area becomes more weak, which means that it has to break. And with the fact that it got up with this momentum, like with this massive power candlestick, yeah, it means that there is a lot of opportunity for it to break to the upside. But at the end of the day, this is a fight between the buyers and the sellers, which means that if the sellers are winning short term, like are winning up until here, even if buyers are strong, there could be a lot of buyers that are strong buying in. You saw us, we bought in massively, but we're not going to do anything because the market want to start pushing up from somewhere here. So even if it goes up, it could just get up. The reason I had this target area was it could come up once it's here, and then it could still shoot back down. So that's why I had to, like, obviously manage it. And some days, man, you might not even find opportunities. That's just how it is in the markets. Other days you find winning trades, other days you find losing trades, other days you don't even find opportunities at all. You just have to be show up. You win by showing up, nothing else. You win by showing up. And yeah, I can already see with this, you see it's pushing upwards. Let's go. Let me see what US30 is doing. Okay, coming down. Liquidate, go back up. Let's just see. It's been a while since I actually executed a trade on US30, so yeah. But Nasdaq is now ranging in between this area. So now once we here, we could respect this area. Okay, let's go. It's still Monday. Let me see what the news is for us tomorrow, right? Sorry. We have this Tuesday. Let's see USD. Not much on the USD. Wednesday, we have this coming up. It's gonna be insane. Wednesday, it's gonna be a big day. Thursday, we have this coming up, and then Friday we have NFP as well. So yeah, sometimes the market might just play around so that it can eventually get to where it wants to be, right? Like, let's say for instance, it can find out that it wants to do this move on Friday, but gold on the 5 minute, true speaking, looks good. I won't lie. 5 minute looks good, looks like push up, but this 5 minute candlestick is tricky, so push up, push down, and then this next 5 minute candle. But yeah, let me not. So what I mean is Friday we might just see price might start playing around, like, the next few days. Like, when I say play around, obviously we can still find entries, but playing around could be coming here, and then maybe coming down, and then coming here, and so on, up until maybe Friday it gets somewhere here, and then we see that push. Like Friday we see, and then we see it coming back up. But that's forecasting a bit too far. So now I just want to take it day by day. I don't want to look for like things that are like far off like that, right? Okay. So guys, most of when it comes to trading, obviously we all want action. We all want to see, action. Like, it's like buying, selling the whole time. But honestly, that's not how the market works. The market works very nice and easy. You don't need to buy and sell the whole time. Most of the time is spent, towards waiting, perfectly planning, doing proper management, so that when your trade comes, you execute with like a proper plan, and that way it automatically removes all the risks. So obviously, if you're looking for maybe someone that's gonna flip accounts, I don't even know if there's someone that's doing that on the YouTube. You can check that out. Some on the YouTube. I don't know if there's people that do that on their lives, but with us, man, I don't flip accounts every day of my life. I flip accounts for fun, which means that if I say I'm flipping an account, that will just be because of maybe I've been bored of trading professionally, and I feel like I just wanna see an account go from 1,000 to 10,000, which means that obviously I have to over risk, and my stop loss is that whole account. But that only happens once in a month, or when I feel like this week I don't mind losing money, things like that. But not all the time, because like I did say, it comes back down to luck. And yeah, with proper skill you improve the chances of getting lucky. But I don't like working with luck. I like working with something, especially on these accounts, because now I'm trading with the funded accounts. I like trading with structure, so I can trade with confidence, and I can have, payouts. I can build my account, because the goal is to just build my account. So let me see this one here. So this one here, let's see, where's that day? Okay, so break even here was like $62. Still okay, perfect. You don't feel bad. I didn't want to put it like exactly on break even, because the reason was, looking at it right here, when it was up in profits, I realized that this is a strong low, which means if I put my stop loss below here, I'm hoping for it to hold. But if I had my stop loss on these lows, that means that if it comes and still takes and then go up, I was gonna feel bad, because that is poor management, right? Stop loss is supposed to be above high or below low, not on it. So I'm happy with the way that I was able to exit this one. Yeah, man, even if it goes up and hits profit, I'm still happy with the fact that, we've seen it, and we're able to just, look at it, play around with it, and it'll be that one setup that's gonna basically more like, boost confidence for the week, but not for ego purposes. Obviously boost it so that I can, be in sync with the market, because sometimes you just have to be in sync with the market. Sometimes you have to do what I'm doing without even executing, so that like you develop the relationship with the markets, right? Let's go team, let's go team, let's go team. Let me see what. Okay, so you're still. Nasdaq is not moving that much. So me, normally I have a 2-hour window. I have a 2-hour window when the market, as soon as the market opens, I'm at least looking for the next 2 hours. Those 2 hours, market has to go to my target, ne? Whatever that I look at, it has to go to my target. So if it takes more than that, either I'll just move my stop loss to break even, or either I'll just like close the trade if I feel like it's not moving too well. Like that's if the market is not playing out. Like you see even this one here, true speaking, this one here, it was not, it's taking long. I'm not happy to be in such trades. Honestly, this candlestick right here, this one here was the one that was supposed to go straight to take profit, because come test, like I did say, you see test, activate, and then go up. It's just that it failed to break above here, but break above and then continue to hit take profit. But it didn't do that, and obviously I can see now this area is getting more weaker and more weaker and more weaker, which means that it really wants to break. Look at how many times it failed. First time, second time, third time, fourth time. Now being fifth time. I know people that will probably have like, buys here. For me, it's not going to make sense. But probably people have buys here. And once it breaks out, they're going to go up with it. But I don't really target breakout. I'm not saying that it's not profitable. It is profitable. I know people that trade breakout that are profitable. Remember, guys, every strategy is... I'm not going to talk bad on other people's strategies just because I want my strategy to look good, right? Every strategy works. There's people that trade breakout still like the same old way how we were taught when we were still learning how to trade, and they are profitable. It's just finding your edge. finding something that when you execute, you're still comfortable. Like with me, when I breakout is not comfortable for me because I know I could have caught this trade earlier. I know I could have bought it. Like that's for instance how I caught that buy. I know this is much more better. So instead of buying here and hoping, I know already when it breaks above here, the one thing that I should be doing is locking in maximum profits, right? Like let's say once it breaks above here, I could just lock in profits and then I call it a day, you know. So if I'm gonna be trading breakout already, when I execute here in my head, it feels like it's a late entry. But on some other person's strategy, this is what they had to wait for in order to confirm. They didn't have to go through all this. Me find out that I'm going through all this. You see the difference. So that's why I said strategies don't really work the same. Because me, I had to go through all this, and it was not nice, emotional. But them, they don't have to go through this. But if this trade activated me and went straight to profit, they were gonna miss out because they waited for a breakout. But you know, vice versa. So every strategy has pros and cons. You just have to choose the one that makes sense for you. And this thing here doesn't want to break. I wonder how strong this thing is. Like, why doesn't it want to break so much? Let me pull out my tool here and see. Yeah, you can see it's saying that it's a strong high. It's a very strong high. So that's why it's failing to break. So once it breaks, that's why we will see a lot of buying power. But these ones here, this is a weak low, which means that there is a higher chance that it might break out easy because it's very weak. But with this one here, it's strong. It might not break out easy. As we can see, it's failing many times. But once it breaks out, then we'd see that big push upwards, right? So that's one thing that you need to know between the two strong lows and strong highs. Let's go, team. Which prop firms are you using? Oh, I currently have three firms. Wait, I even wrote it down here. Let's see. Yes, I have three firms that I currently am trading with. On the futures account, it's Funded Next. On the on the CFD, it's Hola Prime. I've got. Why did I write down Easy Equities? Well, I got Equity Edge, and I also got another Funded Next, and I also got the Fivers and Blueberry funded. So why did I write Easy Equities? Equity Edge. But I trade them differently. I don't execute on all trades, like I did say. So if you see me executing, I don't execute on all trades because it's gonna be. Initially, I used to do the beginning of the year. I had like maybe 6 different prop firms, and I would trade on all 6 different prop firms at the same time, and that wasn't too nice. I mean, bro, look here. This thing is failing to break, bro. Look, filled. How strong is this high? But initially, when I would trade the prop firms, I would have 6 different trading accounts, trading them at the exact same time. And that wouldn't be nice because of when I take a trade, like let's say I've got 50K, 100K, 25K. So find out that in a day I lost $4,000 in total out of all my accounts. Or find out that when I'm going through a losing streak, all my accounts are on a losing streak. And when I go through a winning streak, obviously it's good. All accounts can be on winning streak. Others get passed, others get payouts. But I realized that it's better because I always want to have accounts, right? Instead of risking them all at once, meaning that if I lose one account, I lose all of them. That's not nice. So what I do is I filter them out. Like I would lie if I say I trade them with a system. Like let's say for instance, I don't trade them I trade them the same way, but I just have different batches. Like today, for instance, I executed a trade on one of my 50K accounts on the prop firm on the CFD. Plus as well, I executed on the futures as well. You saw me execute on the futures on this one here. So already I got out break even both trades. But it's better this way because I know I'm taking two trades each. So if tomorrow I'm going to execute on different accounts, it still be, one trade on two different accounts. So that even if I lose an account, I only lose one or two, but I still have like 4 or 5 because right now I forgot, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5. So which means that if I lose 2, I still have 4. I still have 3. And, one payout, automatically I can buy others. But because remember, the goal is not to make as much money as possible on their lives. Now, I know it will get to a point whereby we are going to make too much money because anyways, when you shop every day in the markets, there will be days when the market is going to give you and reward you massively. So there will be days we're going to make too much money. But the goal is not to make too much money every single day. You get it? Because then that's when a lot of things are not going to go well. The goal right here is to have a plan, have a system, execute it properly, and manage my trade properly, and take my losses with the chin up, take my wins with the chin up, and close my laptop, review what I done right, what I done wrong, and then be able to come back the next day much better than today. At least I executed. You understand? Because there's people that are going to say, oh no, this thing is getting here, but it's going to go down, but they're not going to execute. So me, I want to judge by execution, and I'm not executing someone else's money. I'm not executing your money. I'm not taking risks on your money or someone. I'm taking risks on my money, like something that I invested in, which means that if I believe something's going to go up, I'm going to put my money to it. And if it works out, I'm going to profit. If it doesn't, I won't. Just like if there's a business opportunity, I'm not going to say, oh, Forex trading work, you should trade, but I don't trade. No. I'm going to I'll let you know, hey bro, I'm trading. Forex actually does work. I got a few payouts here and there. I've made a few withdrawals on brokers here and there. But I'm looking to scale and make more, but it does work. But at the same time, I am executing. I am doing that on my side, which means whether you do or you don't, on my side, I'm still benefiting from my knowledge, right? So that's the whole goal. That's what we're trying to achieve here. Yes. Less risk. Yes, I like that. So one thing that I like about the chase is you can see my members here in the comment section. We're all positive. We all know what we're trying to achieve. And we know what it takes to be a consistent trader. It's all about managing your risk. And you have to still stick to the. If this trade goes like shoots down, hits stop loss, I'm not gonna feel sad or good. Even if it goes up, that means that I shouldn't feel sad or good, because other people, you buy, it goes up, maybe you put break even, it comes down, it hits break even, then it goes up, hits take profit, and then now you feel sad. Then the next time when you find a trade, instead of moving it at break even, you don't, because you're thinking about if you move it to break even, it's going to take you out at break even, then it's going to go in your direction. Then find out that that trade actually goes to hit your stop loss. So sometimes you just have to manage risk. There'll be days whereby you don't trade. There'll be days whereby you trade, but your trade went straight to break even. And yeah, man, that's just part of trading. The most important thing is lasting long. You have to come up with a system of how do you last long in the markets. No one else is going to be able to last long for you. No one is going to be able to manage the money. No one's going to. It's all you. We can see that this thing is going up or down. But how you execute, how you manage this trade is what's going to make you profitable. It's not just seeing it's going to go up. A lot of people probably here in fact, find out that there's someone that sold it as soon as it broke here. They sold it, but they don't even know what to do now. Like as soon as it broke here, those people sold it. Maybe they had their stop losses just somewhere here or just above here. And I don't know, maybe they're targeting some lows or whatever the case is, man. I don't know what people's risk to reward is. And find out that it goes in profits, it goes back. So I used to be involved in this a lot. When I'd target like 1:5, because I'd be having 1:5. Like let's say I'd be targeting these lows that I want to buy at. I'd be targeting this. So I would have stop losses that would, like I would have a trade that goes like this, and then it goes back up, and then find out that it hits my stop loss. And that was not good. Why? It was not good mentally for me, because so many trades done this. Like when I say so many, I mean over 100 trades. over 100 trades while me trading live. They done this, so I had to change something. I had to see, okay, firstly, if I have a 1:2, there's a high chance that my trades hit take profit. Okay, now I can see I'm increasing my chances of hitting take profit. Okay, what else can I do? Maybe if I'm still targeting that area at the bottom, once trades starts moving well, maybe it creates a lower high. If it goes down like this, I need to put my stop loss somewhere above here, so that if it decides to go up, I should be out. And some days it does take me out with small profits, and then it goes down to take profit. But hey, I've noticed that it's not only me that it does that too, right? I've been studying a lot of professional traders, watching a few. I love watching trading podcasts like anyone, as long as you're a trader that has like data, or watch your your podcast, your interview, how you trade, your style, how you think, because I just like the markets. I'm interested in it, so I wouldn't mind watching other traders, how they do it, especially traders that have a longer experience than me. Like so far now, I'm approaching my 10th year of trading, but there's traders that have been trading for 13 years, 15 years that I can learn from. So I'll just watch them, watch what they do, watch what they say, watch how they've been able to overcome. And I've seen that most of them, in fact, once they started being like actual profitable, which is normally on the 10th year. When I say actual profitable, I don't mean like withdrawing. Like, it's easy to withdraw, it's easy to do what we've been doing for the past few years. Not that it's easy, but I mean anyone can do it, obviously, if you give it time. But I mean, like, once you start getting those compounding results, like 10th year, 11th year, 14th year, because now your withdrawals are starting to be a bit too much, so you are able to reinvest back in the markets. If it's profit, maybe you're getting 5-figure payouts and things like that, and then now you're able to buy more bigger accounts, which means that from there now you're only going to get big payouts only. You understand? So it's just more on how you go about it, and we will see, man. I know there's some people that want to be with us on this session till, long, like till we get far. But there's ones that are going to be impatient, and they're not going to last long. And it's perfectly fine by me. So you see how gold is moving. You see how it's playing here. The honest truth is, it's not really the best. It's not really moving too nice. Yeah, these strong highs, I can see they're holding. Have no idea when they are gonna break, because I honestly thought with this big bullish candle, this one here, I honestly thought this big bullish candlestick was gonna break above here, but it tested here. So good thing I got out on it, because I was gonna be biting my nails the whole time, like seeing profits, seeing negative, seeing profits, seeing negative. So that's not nice. I wanted to straight go to negative or straight go to positive. Let's see. So even with Nasdaq, how we moved upwards like in a corrective way. It's not really the cleanest upward move, which means that there's not much momentum to the upside, which means that price could find some area of resistance and then push downwards, because you can see how it was moving upwards. Easy, nice and easy, nice and easy, nice and easy. Because if it moves out, it has to either move like this, like how it was selling, it moved like this. Let me see US30. So US30, we back up there on the area that I seen. So I would enter US30, but the reason I wouldn't really enter it right now is because of, like, this is a good setup, I'll take it, but it's been a very long time since I executed a trade on US30, right? So it's not going to make sense for me to just execute it right now, especially with the fact that I've been looking at US30, US Nasdaq and gold. But this is a good setup. Like, I'll take the setup any time of the day. But yeah, I'm just making you aware that I want to trade something that the setup can go straight to take profit. I'm not going to feel bad, because like I did say, it's not what I wanted to execute today. I literally drew this because my brother here asked me to look at it. Cozy, you asked me to look at it, so yeah, I did look at it, and I feel like it's those sellers that came up, I feel like they ran out, so now there's a higher push to the upside. So let's just see how this one here goes. Let's see, coming back up to cover up this order block here. Gold, it's in a range, truly speaking. Look at it here. It's ranging in between these areas. Those are massive range. So wherever it's going to break out, it's going to break out massively to its design direction. So it's between these ranges here. Let me do this. Yeah. You see, between here and between here, we're still ranging. So yeah, man, let's go. Let's go, team. Let's go, team. Guys, if you're finding value, like this video, obviously subscribe to our channel. We out the dark. We out the dark now. So I just want to see how this gold is going to move, and as well this US 30 trade. And maybe I would be able to use US30 as a substitute for Nasdaq, which means that on days when I don't really see opportunities for Nasdaq, I would execute trades on US30. But I don't really like looking at too many things like this, because it messes up with my edge, which means that I could be seeing a potential. Like you see now, I was looking at this potential trade here on US30. That means that I would have looked at it carefully just so I can catch these trades. So if you're looking at US30, gold, NES, you might miss other entries because you are looking at too many things, I mean, if you have water and juice and you want to drink something right now, one, you either have to choose this or this. If you take this, you're not going to drink this. So the time that you're drinking this water, by the time you finish drinking it, this one here is already finished. Like, I don't know, it moved, Obviously, you can have things like stop loss. I mean, not stop loss, sell limit, buy limit. But also, it still comes back down to you managing 3 different trades. If I enter gold and I enter NAS and I enter USD, I'm managing 3 different trades. Which means if all 3 trades go against me, it's 3 losses at the same time. If all 3 trades go well, obviously it's 3 profits at the same time. But normally, if one trade goes wrong, all trades are going to go wrong. If one trade goes right, all trades are going to go right. So why not just focus on one and then put it more attention? Because if I enter US30 and I enter Nasdaq and I enter gold and then they go well, that's good. But if they don't go well, everything is not going to go well. What's up, Steezy? We doing well, brother. How are you? I think gold is trying to do that breakout now. Let's see. Yo, another failed breakout. Nah, this area is too strong, bro. Look at it. Nah. This area is too strong. Wow. How can a 1 minute be so strong? But I think it's caused by this huge engulfing candle. The way it broke it made it like... Let's go, team. How long we've been pushing? Close to 2 hours. Damn, bro. I don't feel these sessions anymore. Like, imagine now we're on 2 hours, but I feel like we just started like a few minutes ago. At first, when we got to our first 1 hour, I felt like, ooh, we're going more. But now I don't feel them anymore. So I think with time we get better. That's just how it is when it comes to trading. With time as well, you get better. So remember that. Don't let one day be what defines you. Don't let one day be the day that actually shows if you're profitable or not. Just because you took a loss yesterday doesn't mean that you're a bad trader, right? You're a bad trader if you blow your account. Because once you risk properly, you're not going to blow your account. That's one thing that's guaranteed. Once you blow... I met a brother. Like, one brother I met, he's not on social media. I met him here in Vietnam. He's not on social media. He trades... Yeah. he trades like by himself and everything. But like he says something, is like he's never blew an account in his life ever since he started trading. And when I tried to understand how, because I knew I blew many accounts, but for him it was like literally as soon as he got in the trading world, he got in with the mindset of, I might lose money, so I'm gonna risk small, which means he funded like £1,000. And okay, I don't know how much he funded, but let's just say he funded £1,000. Then he knew each and every single trade is only risking maybe $30 or $50, you know. Then he's comfortable, you know, he trades comfortable. When he's winning like $200 a year, $150 a year, and that's enough. So he was able to build himself up like this. Today looks like a very slow day. I feel like most opportunities, maybe tomorrow with our session, we need to start it earlier, like somewhere around 2:30. We can start it somewhere around 2:30, because I'm looking at it, like you see here, price most moves, even last week on Friday. So one thing that I like about when we're doing these sessions is that we are able to spot, you know, like on Friday last week, those trades that I caught, I felt like as well, it was when I actually reviewed and looked at it, the best trades that I could have took were the ones that presented themselves before the ones that I took. But because of, obviously, I was still, you know, in the window, and like I had to be in, like I could see opportunity, but I was still also within my 2-hour window. I didn't take the first position, but I took the second positions. So, and mostly, so I feel like if we can just start these sessions a bit more earlier, starting from the next day, tomorrow, so that we can catch like moves like this. Because this one here was very perfect, you see? Like this one here was very perfect. Price, here's a low, high. Price breaks the low. Obviously, we draw this out. 2:30 comes. Right here, you can see 2:30 comes. Already I have sell limits here. Price comes, activates. Stop loss just above here. Take profit 1:2. 1:2 will be somewhere around here. And price goes 1:2. Hit 2. You see? So we might just have to look at just when the market is opening, because right now we basically chasing the after volume. This is just big moves have already happened, like you see here with gold. It was going to be hard to catch a sell. Let me see, 2:30, somewhere here, 2:30. Ooh, my camera was out, guys, saying that it's feeling hot. First time I see my camera feeling hot. But yeah, you can see that push now, it's happening. It took some time, a very long time, in fact. A couple of 5-minute candles here. It played way more massively. And only now it's aiming for that breakout. So with this candle, this is the first ever break with like since a very long time. Just if you see, as soon as it breaks out, now it's going all the way up. Because this was a strong high, right? So you might see it like maybe close above. If it comes for a retest and then it still continues to go up. So obviously, if let's say for instance this move here, I'll still be running. What I could do now is move stop loss to just here. Small profits, you see, not really much. So obviously in terms of management wise, right here, now remove complete risk and at least lock in small profits. So USD as well, we see it getting ready. This nice bullish candle, second one followed, third one now coming up, and we see it skyrocketing upwards. So we just have to see what would do coming here. So with USD as well, truly speaking, these trades are nice, but I don't like stop losses like this because the trade has to move massively for me to just catch a 1:2. Such stop losses are a bit too big. Like maybe if I had a stop loss below here, but obviously it doesn't make sense because it's close to the low. But ultimately I would want to reduce where my TP is going to be, right? At least have a level like this. So even if it doesn't engage here, I can still enjoy. Because if here you're going to have a target that's like all the way up, but you're still risking 1:2, let's say something like this, I could still do this so that I don't lose. But I do this, but I'm going to have to wait a very long time to hit 1:2, on which 1:2 I can hit it in less than a few minutes. So why would I want to complicate it by waiting for like a big trade? Sometimes catching a big trade already, like, algorithms are in and out. So if you're going to want to catch a big trade, it's like you want to be a market maker, right? So you see gold done that breakout, now it's retesting. It done this nice breakout, now it's retesting here. So obviously other people would now be entering because they waited for the breakout, would be entering. Maybe stop loss. I don't know. It's either you have it here or have it here below these lows. But it's still not good because look at that 1:2 where it's becoming. It's becoming here, and already 1:2 was here, right here. So already when it's here, it's like a 1:1. But for me on this trade of mine, I would be hitting take profit, you see. So that's why I say sometimes two different strategies, they could both produce good results. This trade can go hit take profit, but I prefer these types of trades, and these types of trades are more aggressive. It's not really beginner style. It's not for this one here. Could work best for a beginner. This one here could work best for a beginner because it's very straightforward. You have to wait for all this mess to you have to wait for your buyers, wait for all this mess to happen, wait for a confirmation with the breakout, wait for a retest, and then you can enter. So that's very straightforward, and it's easy to maintain. But this method that I'm playing with, it's more aggressive because I'm entering at the lowest while the market is still dropping. So I buy when the market is falling, hoping for myself to buy at the cheapest price ever. So that's why I say the two different strategies. And with my strategy, since it's more aggressive, it means that aggressive entry, aggressive risk as well. But when I say aggressive risk, I don't mean I'm risking more. No, all I mean is that it could have a higher chance of like let's say for instance hitting my stop loss quick, like activating me and hitting my stop loss. But at the same time, same thing with the profit side, activate me and hit take profit. But with this method here, this one here is more slower. That's why I say it's more beginner level, and I'm just gonna focus on trading the way that I trade, right? And not. But if you are like maybe a beginner that's still looking for a strategy or things like that, obviously breakouts can work the best. Support resistance can as well work the best. They're much more easier to understand. and they're much more easier to follow as well. But just remember that you are entering late. That's the only thing. With those, you are entering late. Let's go, team. Let's go. So let me just see who executed threes today. Who executed threes today? Did you guys execute any threes so far for the day? And how's the Monday moving for you? How's the market moving for you so far? Oh, no setups. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Oh, my dear child. No setups. Didn't execute. Yeah, last week was so fast, bro. Last week was so fast. This week, still slow. Still slow. Look at how Nasdaq is moving, bro. It doesn't normally move like this. You know, when we're involved, bro, it just moves stupid. So with this one here, how I would obviously go about managing it right now with the price going up, I understand that it can still, and then maybe still go up, sorry, or whatever, sorry. So obviously when it comes to US 30, what I would be focusing more on now is just removing risk. So trades like this are nice because once it gets here, all you do is just remove risk, and then you don't really forget about it, but you now don't have to. Obviously it's gonna stress you, because if you're making like maybe $500 here already and it's gonna go out and hit you, that's gonna be stressful, because you were $500 richer, but now you gave it back. But it's better to be that and then give it back compared to that and then be in the negative now, you understand? So sometimes you don't feel bad when those things happen. But yeah, man, with this, how it's moving, in fact, I'd even lock it fully up. Candle, I'd lock it fully up. But anyway, since like it's either could lock it below here or below this candle, either way, below here, because this resistance is failing to break above here, you see here. It's failing to break, so either it's gonna respect it. If it respects it, means it's gonna take out these lows, but if it doesn't respect it, that means that it's gonna continue going up. So locking just below here would make sense for me. I'd lock it here so that even if it goes down, I know I can take home 0.63, which means that if I was going for $1,000 like in profit as 1:2, I would have maybe, now it was gonna probably maybe take me out or something, but I would have probably went out like 500, 400, maybe like 350, like $350, you know, I'd be out, which will still be good, right? $350 caught like this in what, 1 2 3 4 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Okay, so Nasdaq is now getting here at these areas, but remember what I said about these areas. They look clean, they look nice, but I just don't like how it's weak now. See ya. See how many times we got tested. This first, the second, this third, this fourth. This is the fifth time. And yeah, I know like it can still push down. You know, there's still a lot of momentum, a lot of selling power, but it's weak, bro. This area is weak. It could break out, spike out all the things and then go down, or it could play around. like an activation. Maybe if like I were like doubting it and I already executed, already now I would be moving it. But this candle has to obviously close with bearish. And yeah, it makes sense because of how it got up, how it moved upwards. It moved upwards in a correcting way. It wasn't really like shooting upwards, which shows that there were not much buying power. But this is Nasdaq. It might catch us on the wrong side, right? It might just play around and do its thing. So that's why with Nasdaq now I'm not gonna take it. The best one that I could have took maybe was this one. This one here made more sense. This one here obviously it was dope, but it was also tricky with how it's moving. But this one here made more sense. So that's why I say we need to have these sessions a bit more earlier so we can execute it just when the volume is stacked up. Because just before the market opens, there's a lot of volume in the markets, especially within those 15 minutes. As soon as the market opens, the first 5 minutes, there's a lot going on. It's also not nice because with that much going on, price can just take you out either way. You buy, you sell, it can take you out. But I feel like it's much more better to be involved in the markets when price is moving, because otherwise we're going to be involved in things like this. And things like this, will just test our patience, obviously, but it'll also take a lot from us because we'll have to be more patient. More patient. So let's just see how this one here goes. So you already see the break, the retest, and now it's moving upwards. So honestly speaking, it's not really moving in the best possible way. Like what I mean is right now price is supposed to at least because it has chose this direction, which is going upwards. So it was like supposed to just at least give us like bullish candles all the way upwards. So when it's moving like this here, the best thing is just managing, either locking profit somewhere here. But if you want to be too aggressive, it will be locking in here. But that is too aggressive. On the safer side is just locking profits here. That's just on the safe side, because you're opening room. You're saying that if it's respecting this break, retest, and go up, you'd rather put your stop loss below, which is still fine. But at the same time, you don't want it to go back and give back profits, especially the fact that you held it for this long. So, and this is a new higher high, because see, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So already stops would be below this higher low. Once it breaks this high, this new high, stops would be below. So that's just like how you go about managing it, to squeeze in as much as humanly possible. Let's go, team. Let's go. We're doing this, bro. Let's do these. How you, brother? Nice. Ryosko-san. W wins in the chat. Fire. Hazard, nice one, team. What did I miss, Ishmael? We looked at gold, we looked at US30, we looked at Nasdaq. So I think basically everything. Awesome. Okay guys, my camera just keeps on going out saying that I overheated. Don't even know how I done that, but let's go team, we're not stopping. My charts are now froze. What do I have to do? My charts are honestly froze. I can't even see what's going on. I'm feeling hot. What's going on with these charts? Why did you freeze, bro? Don't do this on me. How do I get out? Okay, let me switch on aircon. Yo guys, I don't know how to recover these charts. Do you guys have any knowledge on how to unfreeze a laptop? Nice one, team. Nice one. I must have like an alarm, so when like we get donations and stuff, it can just go you know, boom. Let's go. Okay, I think it. My thing just froze. Like this thing is not opening up. It's showing like a very small screen. Maybe I have to wait for it, right? But my camera is getting overheated. It's like, bro, you've been pushing for too long. I wonder what's gonna happen if we hustling for like 2 hours. I mean, if we're hustling for like 4 hours, 5 hours. Try Alt 4. Alt 4. On a MacBook, what button is it? Alt 4. What is it on the MacBook? I feel like just closing it, but if I close it, it's gonna. It might cancel everything, right? How can I do it on the MacBook? Please let me know, bro. Because now it's just stuck in a small screen. I can't even move it. I can't even get to it. Let's go, team. Let's go, team. Let's go. Thank you so much. Kupsipere. Highly appreciated, brother. Today I'm giving you a heart. I'm not holding it back. Let me know, bro. How do I do that on the MacBook? Or should I just close this whole thing and come back? I feel like it's gonna close up. If I quit this, what is it gonna do? Because I've been waiting for some time now. Okay, I think I want to close it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let me close it. Can you open other apps? Yeah, yeah, other apps are working fine. It's just, what is it? It's just this Google Chrome. Let me shut it, quit. Close. I don't think it'll remove everything. Trading view will retrieve your set. Okay, let's see. I just press quit because I was hoping it doesn't end the session, right? Because I don't know why it's stuck. It got stuck like this. You see how it's showing? It's like a small screen here, and I can't really do anything on it. So option plus command plus X. Yeah. Let's see. Google Chrome, as I force quit. Yeah, I'm going aggressive. Let's force quit. You can open it. Force quit. Okay, let me screenshot this so I remember next time. Let's see. Do you want to force quit Google? Yes, let's force quit you. Cancel. Okay, let's start again. Okay, I think my laptop is just getting the thing saves when you close all the direction. That's one. I think. Okay, let's see. Let's go team. It's like the enemy is trying to get to us. But they won't really win. Bro. Now it's not opening. No, it's not opening. Yo, bro, this thing is messing up with my stream. What's going on? Okay, I think there's something that's running. Option, command, exit. The application Google can be open. Why? Okay. And okay, let me close other things. Let me close Telegram. Press those three dots way. Okay, I think it's opening up now. Yes, shut this down. Open Google. Okay, it's bouncing up and down, so I think it's gonna try to load. I honestly have no idea what's causing it to do this, bro, because it has never done this before where it just stuck on me. But I think the enemy today, they're seeing that we're moving forward and they're trying to just get to us. Restore pages. Okay. Okay, we're still loading. Yeah. Okay. So I think it's coming back up. Let me just in the meantime go. Next one is this. Yeah, we're still loading. Like my network is so perfectly fine. Yo, bro, what's going on? Why are you doing this? You've never done this on me before. Today you're doing it. Okay, let me restart. Live. Okay, perfect. It's loading. There we go. Okay, let's just see how the gold and US30 was running. Nasdaq, obviously, I did not execute any trade. Okay. Let's go, bro. What are you doing? Okay, let's just observe it up until we can see how far it's gonna move, and then from there we can hopefully just call it a session, and then tomorrow we can come on our session a bit more early, right? Because we've been pushing this session for now, I don't know, over 2 hours 30 minutes, I believe. So I feel like that's why my computer is going crazy. It's even hot. My camera kept on going on and off. This never happened, by the way. Now these things are taking long to load. Network is connected perfectly fine. VPN is off. Bro, what is going on with this? Guys, the enemy is like, they want to see us lose, but they don't want to see us win. But we're not going to let that happen, right? We're just being persistent, because that's all it takes, right? Okay, it got back to stacking again. Okay, here we go. Please God, please God, please God, please God, let this open up. Okay, I think tomorrow I'm going to also use the TV. I'm going to stream from here, so I can connect this to the TV and use it as a secondary screen. Okay, so is it downloading? Here you go. Okay, my other brother saying, okay, it's Chrome screen, press those 3 dots. Chrome screen, 3 dots. Okay, I don't get you, bro. Chrome, 3 dots. Oh, 3 dots there, I see them. Okay, but it's not pressing. Okay, let's start it again. Guys, but while this thing is still trying to figure itself out, it's okay. We're not going to let it stop. We obviously still using, we're still going harder. We saw how the market moved today, right? It's still Monday. Obviously, we saw some massive opportunities, massive potential from the markets. It's just a matter of, obviously, execution, trade management, because just the fact that you executed a trade doesn't mean anything. But if you can execute it and as well manage it proper, that's when you might see, yourself moving forward, like some progress, right? Okay, let me close all these apps that could be eating up space. I don't know if it's space. Messenger, space. Just force quitting everything now. Yeah. Yo, my brother, you taught me something. You taught me a hack. I'm gonna use this many times. Okay, but my laptop doesn't really freeze, so I was gonna say I'm gonna use this all the time, but I might not have opportunities to use it. Let's see. Restore these pages, bro. Okay, I think we back up. Yes, perfect. We back up, guys. We back up. Yes, nice. Okay, we should be back up now. Okay, let's see. So you see this one here in terms of that push. So let's see, 5 minutes. That's why I never executed it, because I noticed that price will want to break above, you know. What's going on? Yeah. Yes. Load up, bro. Load up, load up, load up, load up. Okay, yes. I'm not sure if you guys can see the screen. Nasdaq, obviously, it eventually broke out, and I feel like this makes perfect sense because of how we spoke about it. Lord, YouTube. I'm not sure, can you guys see my screen? Are you guys here? Are you guys still here with us? Can you see my screen? Let me know. Let me know. Keep saying the network is so excellent. Just let me know if you can see my screen so that I can continue, because on my side it's back up. Oh, must I? Just confirm, team, if you guys can see the screen. No market candle visible. No, can't see. We see your wallpaper. Okay. Okay, please take it easy, guys. Take it easy. Let me know if you can see it now. We can see. Oh, okay. More members, can you see? W, we can't see. Okay, we can see. The one side we can see, the other saying we can't see. So what is it, team? What is it? Can you see? Can you not see? Yeah, now it's fine. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so you can see with gold, right? I mean, with Nasdaq. Remember we had this area that I was like, we could sell off here. Before that initial sell off here, that other one. But I also mentioned that this thing got weak. First touch, second touch, third touch, fourth touch, which means on the fifth touch, it's way more weak, like way too weak. So it's not going to be the best entry, which means that, yeah, if it went down, I was not going to feel sad that I missed out on it, because anyway, I know that this could have happened. And for real, luckily we didn't enter, because look at it. This whole candle happened. And why did this candle happen? There's stop losses here, stop losses here, stop losses here, stop losses, which means that all these are like sell, people are buying their sells. So it's going to be a lot of buy orders here. So you can see how prices all just got there. Imagine price was moving upwards correctively, but when it got to this resistance, it started playing, and then it had this big push up, which means that obviously price wanted to manipulate people. So I'm happy that it done its things. Let's just look at gold real quick and see what gold is doing, right? Let us see gold. Yo guys, this session has been going on for too long. I think my laptop is just getting hot. It has never been hot like this. I actually moved to a new place, so because of the internet, like I wanted more faster internet, and it is very fast, but I'm not sure what it's doing now. Load, bro. Reload, yes. So let's just look at US30 and as well gold to see what they are doing now. Obviously, I showed in terms of like management wise how I would manage it, like moving up, trade into profit on both. Let's go, team. Imagine you enter with like all in lot sizes and then the market does this to you. Obviously, that's why you'd see people saying that the market isn't fair, right? I was thinking that my streams are gonna even be like 4 or 5 hours long, but already with 3 hours, it's starting to crash down like this. It's not unique. It's not good. Okay, gold is loading up. Okay. Let's take it easy, guys. Let's take it easy. Patience. Nasdaq, okay. Let's go to gold. We see Nasdaq. Let's go to gold. I just want to see how far it is. At first, when I execute, it was on 1:2. I think it already hit take profit. Yeah, boom. Already up at take profit. And look at it. Look at how, like, when it comes to the management of it. How, like, where I've seen this higher low be put. Obviously, if you had it just below at this highest low, it means that once price started skyrocketing upwards, now we locked it at the best area, right? At the highest low, because that's the whole goal. When I lock it at the highest low, right? So this one, yeah, I'm happy. Obviously, I was looking at what it would do as well when it gets here at the top. You can see it got here. It did play around. It's not the cleanest respect because you can see it tried to push up a bit and then done this rejection, but obviously now it's going back down. So with gold already, I can, yeah, man, it did move well. I don't know. I think maybe I should just we should note it down, spot it out. Like, it's funny on how Mondays used to be my worst days, but now Mondays seem like they're coming well. I don't know if it's because maybe I'm coming with a good energy, it's a brand new week, or maybe, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Okay, but gold, I can see it did go up. Let's look at US30, guys, and then from there we can take it easy. And then we can potentially take it, call it a session. And with me, I'm gonna need to fight with this thing and see what is going on with this, because it never done this, right? My PC, my laptop has never done this before, and I just think it's because of the network. But the network is perfectly, like, it's been very fast for the last few days, so I don't think it's it. I just think like maybe my computer has too much that it's processing, because normally when I do such, I use my PC and not my laptop. So I feel like it's just processing way too much information. Like, it has so much going on that it can handle. So I understand. But I mean, it's a computer. It's meant for this, right? What's the purpose of this if it's not going to allow such moves to happen? So, yeah, man, what I was saying is just like, Mondays we need to be more observant with it. Because with Mondays already I can see that prices respecting, prices moving well, prices like showing and giving nice entries, nice positions. It's just a matter of us now being able to capitalize from it, right? Because if you don't capitalize from this, then you need to know which days are best and which days are not best. So that on those days you try to find Like let's say you try to squeeze in as much as possible. So which means that let's say if Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is not the best day, but Monday, Tuesday is the best day. Find out that Monday, Tuesday doesn't mean other days like you shouldn't trade. No. Obviously you need to look into what you can do better for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday so that you can reduce those losses. But Monday, Tuesday, you need to now put most of, like let's say, your efforts into those days so that you can try to make as much as possible. Which means Monday, Tuesday, you can make like 6%. And then the other days, even if you lose like 3 trades in a row, whatever, that's like maybe negative 3% if you're risking 1% per trade. So that's just how you can go about managing it. Okay, gold, we did see it. This was a nice one. Let's see US30. US30, obviously with me, like I did say, managing it somewhere here would have made sense, putting stops here. So it could be out negative, take 0.63 somewhere there, yeah, profits. But I can see already when we got here, it did push up. This area could now maybe either test the support, and we could still see price continue to go all the way upwards, right? So this should be US30, but it is moving well. I'm just glad with how it's moving. Yeah, this was like a clean one, nice one. So gold already we did see moved well. Now US30, obviously looking at it like a hawk. Let's go team, let's go team, let's go team. Guys, you can see we're persistent. It's trying to pull us back, it's trying to make us stop. But we are just persistent, we're not going to stop. So obviously for persistent purposes, like this video team, like this video. Just because we're persistent, like it. Just because we're persistent, like it, bro. At least like it for the persistence. Like it for the persistent. Like it for the persistent. Like it for the persistence. The fact that we still show up even when odds are against us. The fact that we're still doing this when odds are against us. I could have just said, you know what, guys, it's not working out. Let's come back again tomorrow. But luckily, I didn't. I just pushed because I wanted to end this on a clean note. I wanted to say bye-bye properly. Not just and then done. No, man. When I entered the life, I came with a positive heart. I said hello. So imagine now when it's time to leave, I don't even say bye. That's not good manners, Well, gold's still flying. No, I don't really think so. I don't really think it will fly. I honestly don't think so. I feel like it will, in fact, fall. Because even with this buy that I saw here, that was like more of a short-term trade. So I feel like gold is going to like fall up until the initial area that we're looking for those buys. Because there's an area that we did look for buys, but it didn't get to that low. Because it was like, let me show you quick. We're looking for buys here at the lows. We're looking for buys like at the bottom, right? But it didn't get there yet. So this buy that I caught, it was just more on like a short-term trade, like a trade that I caught while waiting for the bigger trade that I actually wanted to be in. Oh yes, it loaded. We're looking for buys here. Yeah. So I was hoping for this to drop. First entry here going up, and then second entry here going up. This one here, I did see it, but I just didn't think that it's going to be a strong one that's going to hold. In fact, because there's a fair value gap here, and we've got this area here, price could maybe push up till somewhere here, like just a slight push up till somewhere here, and then go down. But it's not more likely to happen because ultimately there's a lot of selling power compared to buying power, So we just have to be careful on it. We just have to observe. But luckily, like, that's why sometimes catching such trades would work out well, because you're just targeting, a movement in terms of, obviously you've got an area that you're looking for, that you're targeting, and you're just going for, like, you are able to, like, adjust your stop. That's why even when price was moving in my direction, I adjusted my stop loss aggressively, because of, I understand that the overall direction here, we are still going down, and the buy is not where I wanted to catch it. I wanted to catch it at the bottom, but because I already caught it, I have to manage it aggressively, which means even if it goes against me, at least I know that I locked in maximum, you understand, or I locked in as much as I could. So that's one of the best ways that we can be safe, especially when we are executing trades on the market. We always have to be on the safe side. It's not about making more. Most people, they try to focus on making the money, but they forget on the cost. What does it cost you to make 1,000? What does it cost you to make 10K? There's always a cost to something. There's always a cost to it, so you must always remember when it comes to the cost. Okay guys, we've been pushing now for 3 hours. I'm enjoying these streams, truly speaking. I feel like normally tomorrow, let us meet up earlier than today. Let us meet up at least, like, 2:30 South African time, if possibly just a few minutes before that, like 2:15 South African time. And I feel like just that on its own is going to allow us to be able to, obviously, better enter the markets, just pre-market, be able to spot pre-market entries, execute when the market gives an entry much more quicker, and at the same time just spend the other time just obviously observing, see what we could, like, optimization basically, because now I already see that as soon as the market opens, like, if you're gonna take an hour at least and try to execute like maybe 30 more minutes after, an hour after, yeah, you might still find good opportunities, but the only disadvantage with that is that you eating up on that low momentum, right? It's not that much. Like, you see here when it was dropping, there was massive momentum, way more massive. But see here, it moved up here, but it moved up slowly. Like, this buy here took a long time. It's not supposed to do this. It's supposed to go straight to take profit or straight to stop loss, but it still played around, which means that I need to take a message from the market. I need to understand that volume is not there, so obviously there's still more opportunities for the day. The markets can still move. There is still opportunity for it to get here, but like I did say, when it comes to those intraday movements, already like people are now offloading. The reason you see it going up here is because maybe the ones that sold as soon as market open, they sold massively. Here the reason it's going up is not because they're buying, it's because of they took profits, they're taking profits. So when you're taking profits from a sell, what are you doing? You're buying those sells. So people are buying their sells there at the bottom, which means that now there's not too much selling power. So either price is going to go back up to activate and still continue going down, or would have to see, But yeah, man, I think for today, while this thing is still good like this, maybe we can call it a session for today. We already pushed for over 3 hours. Guys, if you're finding value from this video, the best thing that you can do is to obviously like it, subscribe it, and at the same time, if you'd like to get, like, I've actually opened up doors for some sessions whereby I can be able to sit down with you one-on-one, look at how do you see the markets, what is your vision on it, goals and everything, see if I can maybe work with you, help you, and we can move forward. But if you do want to see if we can work together type thing, the very first link that is in the description below this video is where you'd be able to just get access to where you can book a call live with me. But like I did say, would have to qualify you, see if you're a best fit, because I also want to work with someone that is determined, that is serious, not just anyone. So yeah, just check it out. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be doing this for. I just feel like now is the best time for me to be public, because I don't know, I just feel like there will come a time whereby I might not be that much. So rather now, be able to just share. I mean, like, even when I was in the hood, when I'd tell people, like, right now is the best time for you to access me, learn from me, do all that, because there'll be a time whereby you'll try to reach out, but you won't be able to access me. It's more like the same thing, but I'm not saying you won't be able to access, but maybe, within the next few years will be trading much more bigger capitals to a point of even being public scares us. So we might have to just lay low, do all those things. But Obviously, for me, whenever there's time to inspire, show, do that, I'll do that, bro. I don't mind. I mean, I'd show people what I'm doing, even though I'm risking my security, myself. I'm risking so much things, but I'm still showing because I want, even when I'm gone, someone to come back and say, "Yo, this guy left a lot of knowledge here." So that's the best that I can do. I mean, if I had 1 billion and all those, maybe I was gonna give as much as possible, but right now I only have some knowledge, and I'm still trying to stack up some more money. So once we do get to that phase, once I have enough money, I'll be able to give out money. But for now, the least that I can do is just share knowledge while I'm still stacking up. Because we're still on the stack up, we're still on the come up. But there will be a time where all those come ups, all those stack ups, I want to be distributed equally. Everyone that helped to grow is as well going to be able to just get that cut. But that's just it. That's just how I'm seeing it on my side. But yeah, man, you can see gold is just shooting, going all the way up. But we can call it a session. Say that it was a nice session. It was a beautiful session, a very valuable one. We spotted like 3 opportunities: Nasdaq, gold, US30, and truly speaking, most of them played out exactly how we spotted them. For the ones that missed out on this session, you can go back, watch it, you'd find it. And the ones that were in this session as well, you guys spotted, you guys saw it. And yeah, man, I just believe that most people today too, we took it easy. We didn't go heavy, we took it easy. But that's just it. We building momentum. We just building momentum, right? So yeah, man, like, subscribe if you haven't, and let us meet up on the next session tomorrow, much more earlier. Come earlier, guys. Come earlier, at least an hour earlier. No, not an hour earlier. 45 minutes earlier than today. Okay, let's meet up 45 minutes earlier than today. Peace. Cheers. I'll see you on the next session, team. Take care.